if one is doing an honest forecast, a truly objective, a truly honest job, which I've always tried to do in my career, and I've been roundly criticized for it, then yes, you would look at the kinds of things that you're describing. But so many of these projects, again, I hate to be overly cynical about this, but so many of these projects start off from the very beginning as we don't really want to know an honest answer. We just want an answer from you that justifies this rail line. Let me tell you another story. I worked on a rail study in near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, many years ago, and there was an existing bus, several bus lines running up and down this corridor, and they wanted to put a rail line in because the governor had promised this when she was running for office. She promised this area, oh, I will get this rail line built for you, and it will revitalize the area. And so she was delivering on a political promise, basically. And I looked at this corridor and said, well, these buses are carrying a few people. They're not, maybe not even half full. There's no need for a rail line. You don't need this kind of capacity. It makes no sense. And I looked at it several different ways and said, listen, the best number I can come up with is in terms of a daily ridership is about 6,000 riders a day if you put in a new rail line. I think there were 4,000 people riding the buses, and if you change them over to rail, it might be more attractive and would get 6,000 riders. So that was my suggestion to the project sponsors. When the final report came out, they put a 1 in front of my number and said they were going to get 16,000 riders, not 6,000. Literally just made that up. They just literally put a 1 in front of the number that I gave them. That's the sort of thing that goes on in the US to try to justify these kinds of projects. And the thing that I thought was hilarious was, if you were going to make it up, why put a 1 in front of the 6? Why not put a 2 or a 3 or a 4? To show real ridership, because let's face it, even in that context, even 16,000 riders a day really wasn't a whole lot. I later found out the real reason for why they did that. The project sponsor was a public agency that ran transit in northern New Jersey, and the particular project manager was a guy on loan from London Transport. He was a London native, but they had loaned him to this New Jersey agency, and he was charged with getting this rail line built. And I asked him about it. He said, I like living in the States. I don't want to go back to London. So it's my job to get this rail line built, and so I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make it work. So you have that sort of thing that goes on. I mean, I don't know if it's common, but it's unfortunate when that sort of thing happens.